Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Heist back with another CSGO video. And with the major right around the corner next week, I'll be ramping up the major coverage here on this channel. And we'll be going through pick'ems, betting odds, predictions, all sorts of things going on. So we're just going to slowly get to it. And first off, I'm going to do a little tier list about what I expect from the teams. The teams that I think have the best chance, and the teams that I think are gonna just fail. So let's take a look at some of the teams that are gonna be at the major and how they're gonna do. So in terms of no real chance, I'm gonna put Renegades in there. Renegades historically sometimes do well at the major and with some upsets, and the team has looked in good form. But I think they're going to be at a disadvantage playing from Australia this whole time. They've kind of missed out on the developing European meta. I don't think they're going to be able to catch up. And, I don't see any chance of Renegades really making it too far in this tournament. That's unfortunate, but, next up, another team I don't think is going to do too well. It's going to be Tyloo. Even though I think Tyloo might win a game or two, they could upset. I think the gap between Asian CS and the rest of the world is too wide now. And now they don't have Bentat, who used to be their star player. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up. So I'm going to put them in no real chance. Let's weed out some of these other teams that are lesser. Maybe some of the weaker teams in the tournament. Sharks, decent team in Brazil, but I don't think they can keep up with the big boys in Europe and some of the better North American teams. So I got to take them out of the running. They're definitely not even some of the best in Brazil, so I don't see them going too far. And same thing with Pain Gaming. We'll slot them in there, no real chance. In terms of epic fail, I got to put EG here. I mean, EG is a team that people keep wondering if they're going to disband because they keep disappointing time after time. I think they could win one or two games, but no way they're going to make the playoffs. And the reason I put them in under epic fail is the team is at risk of actually disbanding or switching out a lot of their players. So that's not the kind of pressure you want to go to with the major, just kind of thinking about what you might lose. And these guys could lose their CS careers and move to that other game, the cartoon shooter we don't like to talk about. I'm going to slot them in there. No real chance. Also, Movie Star Riders. They did do some upsets on the way to the RMR. They're kind of playing well lately, but I don't see them going far or making the playoffs for that matter. So now on to some of the better teams, playoffs. I think Vitality, just off the strength of Zywoo, could get there. Furia, I think, is a real dark horse to go deep in the playoffs. But it depends on if they're firing on cylinders, and they're still not really solidified as a solid 5. They keep swapping out their 5th, so I don't know how their chemistry is going to be this time around, especially now that people know how they play. Dark Horse, I'll put Heroic there. I know they're pretty highly rated. I guess this could also go playoffs. But they're coming off the Hunden controversy. I think that's going to be a huge distraction for them. I don't see them going top 3, though. I do think they're strong enough to kind of make it there. Copenhagen Flames, I don't see them getting to anywhere near the playoffs. They're great in Tier 2, but I think for the major on LAN, I don't know if they're going to get that far. VP, they're always kind of a dark horse team. It depends on how their individual players are playing. I hate the style of CS. I kind of hope they fail. I don't see them as a playoff lock. But if they get some upsets, I could see them doing well. On the same thing with Liquid. Liquid, when they look good, they look like one of the better teams in the world, but when they look bad, they look really bad, and they make really silly mistakes, like that clutch they lost against Heroic. I could see them blundering even bigger on a bigger stage with the crowd, but then again, these guys have LAN experience, so that's why I'm putting them as a dark horse. NIP, I think they're peaking at the right time. The Ninjas have Device now, and they have the pieces they need to get further. I just don't know if they're going to get all the way there. Godsend, I love Taco. I think this is one of the best teams in Brazil at the moment. I think they could go far, but not. They're kind of in between dark horse and no real chance for me. So I'm gonna put them there. Phase up for the playoffs. I mean, these guys are stacked in terms of playing on land. I think they're gonna rise to the occasion. They're hungry. I know they look really bad sometimes, but it's a major, and these guys perform. Navi, we'll keep that to the end. G2 could be an epic fail. They're playing really bad. I don't even see them making it to the playoffs. They could get upset even before then. I have no real confidence that they're going to get that far. And this team has been playing really well lately. They're kind of in between as well, between dark horse and no real chance. Kind of tempted to even put them higher rung, but I don't really think they're consistent enough to deserve it, so I'm gonna go with them as no real chance. Spirit, I think, is a solid dark horse. They got one of the best operas in the CIS region. Pretty sick lineup. I think they can make it. As in terms of let's see, Mouse Sports, I hate their new logo. This team is just props and frozen. If those guys don't show up, they're kind of dead in the water, though. They have the talent to kind of get far enough if the team cohesion and if their team cohesion is there, I could see them getting further. I could put Big as a dark horse. They'll always kind of show up somehow every major. They could upset, though it's not guaranteed. Astralis, the 4 top players on the team are back. Yeah, I could see them actually getting pretty far. It really just depends on how they're like feeling, how the competition is, who they're playing against. I think if they make it to the playoffs, they could easily make top 3. They're just a scary team. They get on a roll. Gambit, one of the best teams in the world. I know people kind of soured on them a bit, but I do think they have what it takes to kind of get far enough. Gambit's one to watch. They could easily be top 3 as well. Actually, I'm gonna put them top 3. I just don't think. I don't know. I just don't think they're. I don't know. Something's missing right now. They're not playing as well as they did, and their LAN performances haven't been as good as online. They're not onliners, but they're also not proven. So everyone except Hobbit, we'll have to see how they do. And Tropic, I'll put them in no real chance. Navi, everyone's doubting Navi, and I think that's great for them. If they had more pressure, I'm expecting them to win. I think that's harder on them. I think this is one of the sports stories that you hear about the star player trying to win his first tournament championship, and I think Simple finally gets it done, secures his place in CS history, and they get there. I know it's a popular pick. Haters gonna hate, but Navi's gonna win the major. So let's take a look at this. And let me see if there's anyone I should move around. I think I could move maybe one more team to the playoffs. Let's just move Big for fun. I think Big always shows up in the major moments when they need to. And yeah, it's either Big or Liquid. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna switch this at the last second. I gotta rep NA. Just for a moment, it would be sad for NA to have playoffs without one single NA team. Somehow I believe in this team, even though I should not. So that's going to be my final tier list for the major. PGL Stockholm starts next week. Let me know what you guys think about this tier list. Hopefully, hopefully you guys will be feeling it. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions down below. Leave a like and comment, and see you in the next one. Peace.